this might be one of the best films of the year and maybe my favorite. Where are we going?
About going movies or not? Do not take your kids to watch this movie. I like magic.
What the fuck did we just watch?
Half of the fucking movie is about the Joker.
Huh?
But yeah, it's a decent movie.
Hi everyone, I'm Ronan Chain. I just got back from watching The Black Phone, the news film from Scott Derrickson and produced by Blumhouse Pictures. This film rocked. It is awesome. It is creepy. It is terrifying, and I loved it. There's a simpleness to it. There's an engagement to it from either a kid's point of view or a parent point of view that just frightens you to your core. I think, at least it did for me. And it has heart, oddly enough, where you know, the whole time you're wondering how the stakes can get any worse or tighter or higher, and yet especially with the kids, with our main characters, Finney and Gwen Shaw, that you're cheering for them. They each have their personalities that you admire. One wants to be an NASA and is fascinated by space and just rockets. One has a weightiness to her that just echoes of what I grew up seeing Princess Leia, for example, be. She has this supernatural side to her that harkens to Danny Torrance from The Shining, which because the film is based on Joe Hill's short story, I believe, that they adapted for this film, which son of Stephen King, that makes some logic and sense. But man, what an amazing film. Ethan Hawke is terrifying as the grabber. Right now, I'm just highlighting what I dug about it, and I don't want to talk about the plot that much because I saw the first trailer, and I feel that first trailer hugged me, and yet it spoiled a lot. But thankfully, I only saw it a few times, and it was a while ago, and I've been out of my way not visiting it or the upcoming trailers or TV spots just to go in as dark as possible and just let this movie suck my attention and all of it to the screen, and it had it for under 2 hours. That's amazing. The backstory to Ethan Hawke's character we don't get, and I'm okay with it because I feel that would have just drained the tension out of the film and remove the focus off it with just an ongoing chase, if you will, discovery of trying to find someone. And I mean, Mason Thames, I believe his name is, and Madeline McGraw as Finney and Gwen. They are stellar. Again, stellar. And this is the first time I saw them in anything, and I'm so glad that they made such an impression on me. The way the cinematography moved in this movie, there were moments where it was just rotating the way I think Del Toro uses his cinematography with his stories, and yet it would cut to 8mm shots when it was on the perspective of Gwen's dreams occurring. And again, they hint at stuff as just not throwaway lines, but just perspective, especially when you meet their father and you see the livelihood that Gwen and Finney go through when they're not at school. And you're like sickened by it. You're like, how could this be out there? And then you're like, yep, it's the 70s, and yet you hear just slight bits of dialogue that tell you why the father is this way, and what might have drawn him this way, and what it connects to Finney, what connects to Gwen. And I want to talk about the movie so bad, but without spoiling the main stuff going on. But just the best way possible is, if you haven't seen the trailer or anything like that, just go fresh. It is worth every penny of the price of admission for this film. Worth all of it. To the point now, I want to see it again. I saw it on Wednesday, and it doesn't come out till like Friday or Thursday previews if you're a cinephile like me. I want to see it again. I want to see it on the big screen again and just hear the score. Scott Derrickson has a unique choice of soundtracks with songs that just fit perfect with the world, and yet stuff that is very much for a scene. For example, he uses I believe it's Fox on the Run, which I thought, oh, Guardians one, but it used specifically for a character and what that means for that moment in the scene. And just Scott Derrickson, well done, well done. I was heartbroken when he didn't do Doctor Strange 2. I was at Comic-Con when he came out. We were like, we're gonna do a scary MCU movie and whatnot. And creative differences occurred. And when I heard he was doing this with Blumhouse, I'm like, I'm on board. I want to see what this guy does. And just the face of the mask that Ethan Hawke wears is just so. It's creepy, and then there are moments when you realize that he could take pieces out of it, whether it be the mouthpiece or the eyes piece, and just with the horns. And there is great foreshadowing, which as I get older, I notice stuff like that, and I'm like, that's a cool thing to do. And for me, there are moments where, like, not moments, but the movie in general is smart, because if XYZ occurs, it leads up to this that can help out a character or not help out a character or make it tough on a character when it comes to decisions about. All I'm gonna say is escaping. That's all I'll say. Ronan and Chain recommends it. I hope you enjoy my 2 cents worth, and till next time, take care.